Hello everyone, welcome to JPD podcast, where we discuss basically anything. I'm Gianpaolo Junicio, a student of AMA University Online Education, pursuing a bachelor's degree in business administration with a major in management information systems. Today, we'll be talking about social dilemma. Let's get started. To be honest, I only learned about this Netflix documentary through this project, but after watching it, it makes perfect sense. What comes to your mind when you hear the word social? For me, it's like getting engaged with other people, making new friends. But putting in our social life in the world of technology and digital advancements, that is now what we call the social media. Social media has a tremendous effect on our lives and our relationships. It has definitely a significant impact, in my opinion. It has the ability to engage and empower people all over the world to effect positive social change. You'll see a lot of social trends on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and other social media apps are where I'm referring to. Throughout your journey, you'll come across many things that capture your interest. Political campaigns and agendas are now widely disseminated via social media and the internet. If they win, people will be able to see what they have in store for the country. For the people, it is also a place where they can decide for who they want to lead the country. However, there are some drawbacks to using social media or the internet, one of which is the spread of false information. Although it's easy for people to be fooled by such things as fake news that people spread, it's gaining traction because it gives the impression that what people are saying or reading on the internet is true. In reality, most of it isn't. Cyberbullying is also one of the internet's biggest downsides, so I'd like to mention that. The internet and social media have made it easy for people to say and post whatever they want, even when it comes to people who aren't brave enough to stand up for themselves. There's no way to stop cyberbullying on social media because, that social media is evolving quickly and becoming more sophisticated. It's true that social media has made some people's lives much easier than they were before, but it's also destroying the lives of others, particularly teens who are constantly hooked to their phones and computers. There are so many advantages to having the internet and social media in our lives now, but there are also many dangers because, as I learned from this documentary, The Social Dilemma, that I watched recently, everything you post on social media is being watched. It's possible that even if you delete a post on social media, the data is still there, so it's more like a risky environment to settle in as well. Social media can be used to connect with people even if you're thousands of miles away, according to the documentary I saw. We see it in the news and in messaging. In addition, it has become the most effective means of advertising. Internet users and people today use the internet to promote their products and services. Marketing for food, clothing, and accommodation are all prominently featured on social media. Even government officials use the internet and social media to get their message out to the general public. As a result, social media is the best way for everyone to be seen and to learn a wide range of new things. Nowadays, social media is the most important or most lucrative source of income, especially in light of the rise of online influencers. It doesn't matter what social media platforms you use, there is an influencer for it. As a result, it's possible to earn a hefty sum by posting a single photo to Instagram, Facebook, or even Twitter. I remember this quote which captures my attention in the documentary, and it says, "If you are not paying for the product, then you are the product." One key point I wanted to emphasize in the documentary is that we should be aware of our personal data. Several people actually believe that deleting or removing anything from social media will indeed totally eliminate it from the internet and all of its archives. Well, the social dilemma shows that even if you remove something out from the online platform or your feed, and perhaps even your phone, it really doesn't necessarily mean that it's gone for everywhere. That's something many people aren't aware of. So for me, it is kind of like it needs a lot of discussion about it. A place that touches on a personal private privacy is dangerous to me. That's why I brought it up, because it seems like a risky action to take, especially for those who mistakenly believe that when they delete something from social media, it is permanently erased, which is not. Anyone who has access to any of this information is able to have access to all of your posts and comments, as well as any information you choose to share. Surely, you understand what I'm trying to convey here. Many people have benefited from social media in this generation, but at the same time, I fear that our privacy is being violated because we weren't only ones that know what we are doing. Because we're using social media, those behind the phone or in the internet knows what we're doing when we try to delete something or post something, as I mentioned earlier. As a result, I genuinely think that there has to be a considerable discussion and analysis regarding the invasion of privacy of people using the internet. So, that ends my podcast about social dilemma. I hope you gained something from it. Once again, my name is Gianpaolo Junicio. Join me again next time to another JPD podcast.